What is going on, guys? You have caught me. This is part 2 of the what is damaging your hair. I'm in the same clothes because I've just filmed it straight after. But welcome back to the video. If you've enjoyed the first video, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button because I'm going to be bringing you another 5 tips for how to not damage your hair. So let's get straight into it. Towel drying your hair. Towel drying your hair is something that we all do to try and dry our hair super quick. And I get it. Giving it a good old rub and get all that wet off, I was going to say. Get all that water off, that moisture out of the hair. Just, yeah. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? We're just sort of scraping this bit of material through our head, trying to remove as much moisture as possible, creating as much friction as possible. Now, we don't think about that. We just think, right, it's doing its thing. It's just drying our hair. Like, come on, let's do it. Let's dry our hair. So what it's doing is it's pulling, that rough material is pulling on the hair, creating friction, ruffling up the hair, creating frizz. They're all the things we do not want with our hair. We don't want our hair to be frizzy, pulled at, broken. So when you're thinking about drying your hair next, think about blotting. So I don't know if you've heard it. If you've heard blotting before, comment down below, let me know. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. And like I said in the last video, the harder you hit it, the better looking you get. So I'm helping you out here. But yeah, if you've heard blotting, comment down below and let me know. So what blotting is we'll get a towel still, but we'll blot the moisture off. So we'll put it on the head and we'll just push lightly onto the head and then squeeze it into the ends just to try and take as much moisture out of the hair as possible. So when it comes to towel drying, you don't want to be really sort of creating loads of friction, pulling on the hair, frizzing it all up. You just want to blot it dry, and then that's when we want to use our heat protector, like I said in the last video. And then we want to be blow drying our hair to then get into the styling. So another thing, and a big question that I get asked in the salon is, washing your hair every day, is that a bad thing? Now, our scalp creates natural oils, which then sort of distribute through the hair, creating the luster, the shine, and the condition. And if we're rinsing those off every single day, it doesn't really give our scalp and our hair enough time to get those essential oils. So if you find your hair gets quite oily every single day, invest in a really good dry shampoo. And the best time to use a dry shampoo isn't when it gets oily, it's when you've just washed your hair and dried your hair. So when your hair's dry, you want to be lifting it up in sections and then spraying it through into the roots, massaging it in, and then what that will do is it will stop the oils overpowering your hair and making your hair feel greasy. So that's a top tip. Sleeping on a cotton pillow. If you're concerned about damaging your hair, sleeping on a cotton pillow may be a contributing factor to having frizzier hair, broken hair, damaged hair, purely because it creates a lot more friction. When you're sort of thrashing around, I don't know what you're doing, but when you're thrashing around and moving your head, and your hair gets sort of like, you wake up and it's frizzy, basically. You want to be investing in a silk pillow or a silk sort of headscarf. Check out the shop in the link description down below. I've got the silk pillows and I've got the sort of silk shower cap sort of thing. I can't think what it is. Turban, silk turban. That's it. You can sleep in those and it protects your hair from getting any damage, and they're a lot softer on the hair. And the pillow, if you're thrashing around, you're not creating loads of friction because the cotton isn't there. It's silk. So that is a great tip as well for don't be sleeping on a cotton pillow if you're concerned about breakage or damage in your hair. Avoiding regular haircuts. This is the thing. People think, oh, I won't go for a haircut because I want to grow my hair. But what you're actually doing is you're creating split ends, which may be down to heat damage, environmental factors, or anything like that. And what you're actually doing is your split ends will be starting at the very tips, and then your ends will start to split up the hair. You know where you see people with split ends up here and the hair's down here? That's because it's travelled up here, because the hair is just splitting, it needs cutting off. And the only way to treat split ends, as people have sort of alluded to, there's secret formulas and they're magicians. There's nothing really you can do for a split end. You can't repair it, it's split. So what you want to do is just get regular haircuts. I recommend every 6 weeks. If you've got shorter hair, if you're a gent, every 3 to 4 weeks, because you want to be keeping it nice and tidy. But you girls out there, 6 weeks is where you should be going for regular trim. And I know it could be sometimes counterproductive, but if you find the right hairdresser that understands that you want to grow your hair, this is the thing that I built up with my clients, is people would start recommending me because I take off minimal. So if people come into me and say, oh, look, I want to grow my hair, I heard you don't take much hair off. It's like, yeah, it's your hair. Like, I'll have a look. If on the first appointment I'm thinking you do need an inch to make it healthy, but after that we'll be taking minimal. If you promise to me you come every 6 weeks, we're going to be taking off minimal, and I can assure you your hair's going to grow. Because if you think like this, if somebody's growing their hair and they go to a hairdresser every 6 weeks, every month your hair will be growing around about 1 centimetre. So then you think 6 weeks, 1.5 centimetres, not even an inch. And a hairdresser has said, oh, trim, yeah, we'll take an inch off today. You've lost length. You go back 6 weeks, they take off another inch. You've lost 1.5 inches of length that couldn't really grow because they're taking too much hair off. So that's something to discuss with your stylist as well. And the last tip I can give you on this video today is not changing up your sort of aftercare. Now, I'm a big believer in that when people come in and they say, oh yeah, I've heard you need to be changing your shampoo sort of like every so-and-so or every season because your hair gets used to it. I don't believe in that. I believe that your hair has reached its sort of goal with that prescribed hair care. So whether it's moisture, protein, volume, colour, then we need to reassess and we need to find out what your hair needs are for the next sort of season. So if it is that we're packing it with loads of protein and then you're going on holiday, there's no point in not packing it with protein because your hair needs moisture. So we need to be using a moisture shampoo and conditioner and mask for that period of time. But when it comes to changing up your aftercare, what I mean is you might need to start investing in a clarifying shampoo or a better sort of hairspray, a different sort of cream, because if your shampoo and conditioner and masks are doing what they're supposed to do in making your hair really healthy, really shiny, really sort of lustrous and healthy, that sort of cream you were using might not be needed anymore. But what you might need is an oil to maintain that sort of luster and shine. So when you're looking at this, just speak to your hairdresser and they'll be able to assess it. And again, if you want to talk over sort of like a keyboard or through Messenger, you know my Instagram, it's at paulwatts.life or at paulwattshair. I'm in the DMs there. You can ask me loads of questions, send me pictures of your hair and I'll help you out, or just down in the comments down below. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and I hope you're enjoying these videos, and I will see you on the next video.